This is the S&P 500 Spider ETF SPY one-day reading for May 9th, 2024. It's currently April 8th, 2024, 1:59 p.m. Eastern Time. SPY at the time of this reading is currently $519.27. That's USD. And the shuffle video for the May 9th reading that you're watching here in the lower left corner was created on March 10th, 2024 at 7:14 p.m. Eastern Time. The overall theme and behavior for the 9th, we have a pop and drop. Behavior around the highest high. We have erratic behavior back and forth to the same price level. In the midst of that erratic behavior, we revisit a crest that was recently a past opportunity. Interesting that the low here is the high there. Not so sure that it's relevant in this case, but behavior around the lowest low, we have multiple failed attempts to break through key resistance near the lowest low for the day. I'm advised to be cautious trading today. There's some sort of tricky chart behavior, either back and forth kind of behavior, whipsaw action, or like multiple false tops or bottoms or both. We'll look at that in more detail as we progress. But before we get into go any further, I just want to make sure everybody's aware. The whole purpose of the channel is to transmute some of the competitive energy of the stock market into goodwill. We do that by following the rule of karma for the channel. You go to the resources tab of our website, Tarot for Traders, and 5% of the profits from every profitable trade utilizing this information should be donated forward to one of these charities, or pick a charity of your choosing, as long as you're paying 5% forward. And then 5% should be sent back to the channel through one of these links. If you're international, you can use Wise or you can use YouTube tips. And that leaves you at 90%. Make sure to spend that 90% out of love. As long as you follow those rules, you follow the rule of karma for the channel, the universe considers you an angel investor. It's going to send it back to you tenfold for following through. Blessings to all my angel investors. Let's get back into it. So in the pre-market, there is a low, an important price level highlighted in the pre-market at a trough, and then there's a lot of price change to the upside starting out of that low in the pre-market. Big move to the upside, like the pop in the pop and drop starting there at the low. We do sideways rotation right around the open with another big move out of that sideways rotation, pushing the upper end of a range higher in the first half hour, and we do sideways rotation at the high there for a bit. There's a resistance level that's highlighted that we failed to break through many times before, between roughly 10 and 11, and a sharp drop right. And the closer we get to 11 o'clock, the more likely to see that sharp drop taking us back into a low, and that's where we get that pop and the drop for the day. At least one resistance and kind of like flat chart behavior between 11 and 12, and then a breakout through that resistance between 12 and 1, taking us to another high, which is likely a higher price level. They're around 115, 125, somewhere right around there. We declined from that pretty notably through multiple support levels. It doesn't look like we come back. That decline off of that second high there, the decline, it takes us into like it looks like a lower peak. It might be a trough, but it looks like a lower peak between 2 and 3, and then another pop and drop starting in the 3 to 4 o'clock hour, taking us to a high a little bit before the close. We drop back into the close, or just after the close, notable decline back down. That's kind of like the pop and the drop. So here at the end of the day, if you open up a long position, you're most likely closing a long position here between 1 and 2 after the breakout we have here. If I'm wrong, matter of fact, you could probably close out a long position in the midst of this big move to the upside here, right here in the open. And then I would probably open up a short position here at this crest when we revisit this crest here. You might close out of it at the short position at the close. More likely, it looks like it's going to be held until the morning of the 13th. And that's SPY for the 9th of May. Let me know what you think by hitting that like button. As always, make sure to follow that rule of karma. You know where to go. You know what to do. Blessings to all my angel investors. I'll see you guys on the next one.